Dear students, in this class, we'll study about classification of entrepreneurs. So there are different classification of entrepreneur. So what are the different classification of entrepreneur that we'll see in today's class? So the classification of entrepreneur on the basis of functional characteristics, use of technology, type of business, and size of enterprise. Okay, so these are four different classification of an entrepreneur, like functional characteristics. This is the first character, or on the basis of the character, the entrepreneur are classified as innovative entrepreneur, adaptive entrepreneur, Fabian entrepreneur, and drone entrepreneur. And on the basis of use of technology, they are classified as technical and non-technical. On the basis of type of business, they are classified as manufacturing, trading, and agricultural. On the basis of size of enterprise, they are classified as small scale, medium scale, and large scale enterprise. So let us go with the first kind, classification of entrepreneur functional characteristics. So those are innovative entrepreneur, first type. Innovators are the people who introduce new product or service or innovate or initiate a new system in the economy or the environment. These are those people who have innovated a new product, a new services, or they have started or innovated a new kind of technology or a system in the country. Such kind of people we generally thought to be or called as innovative entrepreneur. Second is adoptive or imitative entrepreneur. So adoptive or imitative entrepreneur are those who instead of innovation, doing some innovation, they just adopt the technology and methods innovated by others. So, but the name we can understand that they are called as the adoptive or imitative. Imitative means they will copy it. Already innovation has been done by the innovative entrepreneur, while the adoptive or imitative entrepreneur, what they do is they copy or they adopt it, imitate it, and then they will start their own business. Now, next is Fabian entrepreneur are those, these are second generation entrepreneur and are very skeptical about taking a step unless and until they are definite. So here the word skeptic is means they are very cautious while taking a decision. They will not take any kind of a step unless they are very definite, very sure, right? They will be doing a lot of due diligence, they will be studying a lot. Then when they are very much sure, pretty sure 100%, then these entrepreneurs are going to take the decision. The next category under characteristics is drone entrepreneur. So the drone entrepreneur are, they prefer to run the enterprise the way it is, regardless to the change in the demand and the trend in the market. So they don't bother about the demand, they don't bother about the supply, they don't bother about the price trend in the market. They prefer to run the business, the enterprise on their own way, right? So such entrepreneur are called as drone entrepreneur, right? So these four entrepreneur are classified under characteristics, as per characteristics or functional characteristics. Those are innovative entrepreneur, adoptive or imitative entrepreneur, Fabian entrepreneur, and drone entrepreneur. The next type is the classification of entrepreneur on the basis of type of business. First is trading entrepreneur. So the trading entrepreneur are those who undertake the trading activities, procure the finished goods from the manufacturer, and sell these to the customers directly or through retailers. So these are those entrepreneurs who are not manufacturing anything. So they are undertaking trading activities. So they are buying and selling the goods. They are buying the goods, finished goods from some different manufacturers. They are either directly selling it to the retailers or they are selling it to some distributors. So these kind of entrepreneurs who are involved in trading activities, buying and selling of the goods, they are called as trading entrepreneurs. Next is manufacturing entrepreneur. Manufacturing entrepreneur are those who manufacture, first of all, product, some product. Then identify the needs of the customer and then explore the resources and technology to be used to manufacture the product. First of all, they will manufacture the product. Second is they need to identify the needs of the customer and then explore the resources and technology to be used to manufacture the product. What customer wants, what are the needs of the customer that need to be identified. Then what are the resources they require? What is the technology to be used to produce or manufacture that product? Those things are the job of a manufacturing entrepreneur. Next is agricultural entrepreneur. So this agricultural entrepreneur will undertake agricultural pursuits. It covers a wide spectrum of agricultural activities like cultivation, marketing of agricultural produce, then irrigation, mechanization, and technology, etc. So these agricultural entrepreneurs are associated with agriculture and agricultural allied activities related to cultivation, marketing of agricultural produce, irrigation, mechanization, and technology, etc. So these are totally involved in those type of business. So those are agricultural entrepreneur. Now the next type under entrepreneur is classification of entrepreneur by use of technology. Okay. The first kind of entrepreneur is technical entrepreneur. The technical entrepreneur are those who establish and run science and technology based industries. So they are technically very much advanced, or these are those entrepreneurs who are directly related with science and technological based industries. Non-technical entrepreneur are those their enterprise is not of science and technology. They are concerned with the use of alternative or imitative methods. They will use that method either as an alternative or they will find some option for the use of the technology as an alternative, or they will imitate the method of the technology which is used by the some other entrepreneur. In technical entrepreneur, you'll find many of the IT industries, IT companies, right? So their business is totally to run the science and technology. They are preparing the softwares, they are preparing the developing the website, they are preparing the antivirus kind of things. So various things involved by the job of technological industries. So those technical entrepreneur, we call for them as the technical entrepreneur because they are totally into science and technology based industries. Similarly, these non-technical entrepreneurs, they require might be science and technology, but not to that extent. They are not directly involved in technical enterprise, or they are not directly involved in the technical kind of things. Right? Either they will have an alternative for it if they don't want any more technical kind of things, or they will try to imitate the methods which is used by the other entrepreneur. Okay, so this method is called as use of technology, is also a classification of entrepreneur. Next is classification of entrepreneur by scale of enterprise, right? The scale of enterprise or the size of the investment. As per the small scale entrepreneur is concerned, investment in the plant and machinery when it is up to 1 crore, generally they is called as that kind of entrepreneur, we call it as small scale enterprise, right? Whose investment is less than 1 crore or is up to 1 crore. Then medium scale entrepreneur are those when their investment in plant and machinery is more than 1 crore. If it is 1 crore 10 lakh, 1 crore 20 lakh, 1 crore 50 lakh, whatever it is. So such entrepreneur generally we call it as medium scale entrepreneurs. Now the large scale entrepreneur are those, all right, their investment plan in plant and machinery is more than 5 crores. And see, in medium scale entrepreneur, the investment should be above 1 crore and it should be less than 5 crores in plant and machinery. If you are investing even up to 4 crore 90 lakh, right, or even up to 5 crores, then you will be medium scale entrepreneur. But once you reach more than 5 lakh, if your investment in plant and machinery has exceeded 5 crores, sorry, in that case, you will be not called as a medium scale entrepreneur. You will be called as the large scale entrepreneur. Okay, that is the third classification. Next is classification of entrepreneur on the basis according to motivation. First is pure entrepreneur, an individual who is motivated by psychological and economical rewards. All right. Some entrepreneurs who will get motivated and who will start a business by psychologically and by some economic reward. He wants some reward or some profit, economic profit, or some kind of surplus. So that those things will motivate him to become an entrepreneur, right? That those things are going to make him as an entrepreneur, right? Psychologically, he thinks that business will give him more profit compared to a job. Business is going to give him more reward. So those all motivation point will make an entrepreneur called as pure entrepreneur. Then motivated entrepreneur are those, these are motivated by the desire of self-fulfillment. When an entrepreneur has a lot of desires, like he want to be a millionaire, he want to be a businessman, he want to start his own so many businesses. So those all things are the dreams or the jobs, and those all desires will make him motivated, and those all desires of self-fulfillment will make that person as an entrepreneur, and that is called as motivated entrepreneur. Self-motivation, right, kind of things will come, right? Motivated entrepreneur. Then induced entrepreneur, who induced to take an entrepreneur task to do the policy measures of the government. All right, these are those entrepreneurs who are induced by to take up an entrepreneurial task. These are induced by looking at someone. You are having some idol, you are having some goal, or you are having some role model. By looking at that particular people, those set of people, the person will get induced, or he likes to take an entrepreneur as a task, so he will become an entrepreneur. And even due to the policy measures of the government, if there is some liberalization in the policy, when there is a globalization method have been changed, in those cases some people, even due to those policies, they will be induced to become an entrepreneur. So those entrepreneurs are called as induced entrepreneur. Next is spontaneous entrepreneur, who starts the business by natural talents. Some people, they have their own natural talent with the inborn abilities. They come to know about the business opportunities, the challenges of the business, all right, and the different kind of profitable sectors where they can invest the money. These all inborn abilities of the person will make them as an entrepreneur with the natural talents. So such kind of entrepreneur are called as spontaneous entrepreneur. Okay, so these are few of the classification of an entrepreneur which we have studied in today.